In this HTML tutorial, I'll show you 20 beginner tasks that you can implement without any prior knowledge of web development or programming in general. To make the best out of this beginner HTML tutorial, I suggest you watch this video twice. First time, casually to educate and entertain yourself, then re-watch it when you have a computer in front of you to implement all the tasks on your own, referring to the video only when you get stuck. I'll be moving fast, so feel free to rewind and re-watch the parts that you find interesting. The first task is called Positive Thinking. I've already downloaded it, so I'll just open the details of the task. And the task description goes like this. Congratulations on starting the HTML course. This course is aimed to familiarize yourself with the CoderSlang extension for Visual Studio Code. If you're starting from zero, you'll learn some HTML fundamentals, and if you're already familiar with HTML, you'll refresh your knowledge. One of the most important abilities in life is positive thinking. Change the text of the H1 header. It should become, I'm taking my first step to becoming a web developer. Pay close attention to every character you use. The H1 header that I need to update is in the index.html file here on the left-hand side. And before I change it, I want to see how it displays right now. So I go back to Task CSX and I click Run Solution. It opens a web page with the text that says, someday I will become a web developer. The same thing that I saw in the index.html file. So back to index.html to update the text of the H1 header. I'm just copy and pasting the string from the task description and heading back to Task CSX to run the solution, rerun it to verify that the change has picked up. And now I'm ready to submit the solution for verification. The test is being verified right now, and I got back the successful verification result. If there were any errors, for example, if I were to forget to place the exclamation mark right here, then the submission would not have passed, and I would have gotten the error. Let's see how it looks. Yep, so here are two errors. It says verification failed, and the first error says the text inside the H1 header should end with the exclamation mark. And then the text inside the H1 header should be, I'm taking my first step to becoming a web developer, exclamation mark. If I were to add two exclamation marks here and resubmit the solution, then the verification would still fail, but one of those errors will turn green because my text now ends with the exclamation mark, but it doesn't match the full text here because it ends with two exclamation marks. Okay, I'm deleting this extra exclamation mark, resubmitting the solution to get the successful verification, and I'm moving on. Open tasks list. See that this task has been transitioned to the done state, and it's also now in the done list. And I'll download and open the second task. Actually, this is the third task, so the second would be London, London, London. I open the details, and it says each article should have a heading. Add level 2 heading H2 before the paragraph about London in index.html. This heading should contain the text, London is the capital of Great Britain. Okay. Once again, I go to index.html. I check out what I have here. There's some long string, and I run it to see what it displays right now. It displays the text, London is the capital of Great Britain. Its political, economic, and cultural center. It's one of the largest cities in the world. Its population is more than 1 million people. London is situated on the River Thames. Looks good. Now I'm ready to go to the index.html, and I'm ready to add the H2 header. H2 and Visual Studio Code all immediately added the closing tag H2, and in it I will place the text, oops, not this one. I'll place the text, London is the capital of Great Britain. Copy and paste it. Go back to Task CSX, run the solution, verify that this web page now has the level 2 heading that says London is the capital of Great Britain. Submit solution, get the verification succeeded message, and move on. Open task list and open the next task. Let me introduce myself. Open details. It's about time to introduce yourself. Add one more paragraph where you can tell a little about yourself. Add level 3 header H3 with your name at the beginning. Feel free to use any text you like. Open the file index.html, verify what's inside of it. There's just one paragraph, so it looks like I'll be adding this H3 on the first line, but not yet. I'm removing it, and I will be running the solution to see what it says right now. It says, I'm making great progress in studying HTML. So back to Visual Studio Code, and let us add the H3 header. Adding the H3 header, H3, that says Johnny. Run solution, and our HTML document just got a header. Submit solution for verification, and failed the verification. Why did it fail? It failed because I was not attentive enough, and I have skipped the first requirement of the task. The first requirement of the task says, add one more paragraph where you can tell a little bit about yourself. So I go back to the index.html, and I'm adding another paragraph with a little bit about myself. I will say, I'm 99 years old, and I'm making great progress in studying HTML. Okay, run solution, see another paragraph, submit solution to get a successful verification this time. Back to the tasks list, download next task, open details, and let's dive into the description. The next task is called time to revise. In the file index.html, you will find some theory to revise. You need to improve the readability of the text a little. Add a horizontal separator after each paragraph except the last one. Open index.html, and it looks like I have plenty of stuff here. So here's the H2 header, some paragraph, some long paragraph, another H2 header, another paragraph, another H2 header, another paragraph. Okay, so 3 paragraphs and 3 H2 headers. Let's see how it looks when we run the code. It looks good. As expected, here are 3 headers and 3 paragraphs. 3 paragraphs that display some theory about HTML. Okay, now close this one. And, well, let's imagine I don't know anything about the horizontal separators. I can click this Useful Links button, and I can read a little about the HR tag, the thematic break, or the horizontal rule element. Looks like I just need to place this HR thing anywhere I want to have the horizontal separator, and it will look like this. So let's try it. Go to the index.html and add horizontal separators after each header. Back to the task description, run the solution, you see our horizontal separators, and submit solution for verification. Once again, looks like I was not attentive enough. Let's see what's wrong. You should add 2 horizontal lines into index.html using the HR tag. Okay, 2 lines, I have added 3. Horizontal separators should be added only after the first 2 paragraphs. Okay, so after paragraphs, not after the headers. That's the main problem. So I need to add it after second paragraph, after first paragraph, and after the second paragraph. So it's H2P HR, H2P HR, and then H2 and P without an HR in the end. Let's see how it looks now. The look changed a little, but now it makes more sense because the header and the paragraph are grouped up together, and the horizontal separators are used here to split like different topics, HTML, text structure, and parent text. So let's resubmit the solution and hope that verification will succeed this time. Verification succeeded, so moving on to the next task. My blog. Download, open details, and let's read the description. You're starting to work on your blog. Add 2 nested paragraphs to each div. The paragraphs should not be empty, and you can use any text you like. Okay. 2 nested paragraphs to each div. Paragraphs should not be empty. My blog, div to empty divs. Okay. Let's run the solution and let's check that it's empty indeed, so it should not display anything. Yeah, empty page, good. And now let's add 2 nested paragraphs. So P1, first paragraph, second paragraph. Let's say something like para of P1, P2, just like this, P3 for the third paragraph, and P4 for the fourth paragraph. Rerun the solution, see that we have 4 paragraphs now. Those are very short, but actually we can make a couple of them. We can make one like really long. Let's say the third paragraph will be long. Then the first paragraph will be something like short paragraph. I need to delete this div here because it's an HTML tag. So if I want it to be a plain text, I need to do a different trick, which we'll not cover here, and I'll just say div in a plain text, and then I will format the code a little. So let's see how it looks right now. Okay, short paragraph, P2, some long text, and then P4. Submit it. Verification failed. Second div should have 2 nested paragraphs. Okay, let's see what's wrong here. Second div. Here's a very common mistake. I have added 2 paragraphs after the first div, but they're not inside of the second div. They're outside. So later on, when you'll be learning CSS, it'll become evident to you why this is a problem. If you were to style this div, say change the style of everything that's inside of this div, maybe add some background or change the text, change the font color, or maybe a font size, it will only be applied to what's inside of this div. And as those 2 paragraphs are outside of the div, nothing will be applied to them. So we found the issue. Now let's fix it. I have moved those 2 paragraphs inside this div. Let's rerun the solution. Visually, nothing has changed because those 2 divs are empty. Well, not empty in the sense of HTML, but they don't have any styling applied to them. Submit the solution, and verification succeeded this time. So back to the tasks list and move on to the next one. Align right. Download, open details. In the file index.html, you will find some paragraphs about JS. Read them and align each one to the right. Okay, index.html, P align center. Okay, JavaScript is something. And then P without any align. Let's see how it looks. This is align center, so maybe it's aligned to the center. This align nothing, so maybe it's not aligned. And the task is align right, so I will have to align them right. Run the solution. Yeah, indeed, this one is aligned the center. And now I will go to index.html and I will change this alignment to the right. And here I will add P align equals right as well. Let's rerun the solution to verify that it's aligned to the right indeed. Doesn't matter how I resize it, will still be aligned to the right-hand side. Good. Submit. Verification succeeded. Index.html should contain 2 paragraphs. All paragraphs in index.html should have right alignment. Open tasks list. And colored lines is our next task. Download it, open details. It says, let's decorate the page a little. Make the first separator line red, then make the second line green. Okay, let's see how it looks right now. 1, 2, 3 paragraphs with horizontal separators between them. Run it. See that at the moment everything is black, and we will change it. So if you want to learn about HTML colors, you can click the link in the description and go and learn about colors in HTML, hex codes in HTML, RGB palette of HTML colors, or just view all 140 colors in HTML. Here I believe we need just red. Yeah, we need the second line should be green and the first one should be red. So we don't need any fancy codes. We'll just use the keywords red and green. Okay, going to index.html, and here we'll say color equals quotes second one color, equals quotes green. Back to the task description, let's verify that we did the right thing. Make the first separator red, the second line green. Okay, good. Run solution. Indeed, it's red, and this second one is green. So let's submit the solution. Wait for the verification. Verification succeeded. And moving on to the next one. Broken image. Download. Open details. Someone has added an image tag img to our website. However, they haven't provided neither the path to the image nor the alt attribute. Add the path to the image, okay, some path, and add alternative text to the image, JS code snippet. As usual, we go to index.html, see that there's just img tag that's empty. It's unlikely that it does anything, but let's run the solution to see an empty page. And let us fix that. So the path to the image. Let's go and read the theory, how we actually add the path to the image. It says img src as the path to the image, and then alt as the alternative text. We'll use it as well. So img src equals this link from the task description, and alternative text would be JS code snippet. Let's rerun the solution and see that now we have the image on our page. Image with some JavaScript code snippet. Cool. Now let's submit the solution. And verification succeeded. So we go back to the tasks list. New tab. Download. Open details. Add an attribute to the link in the file index.html to ensure it opens in the new tab after a click. To do this, we need to add a thing called target that's equal to _blank. And Visual Studio Code already tells me my options so that it's easier for me. I run the solution, I click this link, and it opens in a new tab. Unfortunately, my browser here is a little unconventional. So even though it's a new tab, you wouldn't see it easily. But let's submit the solution to verify whether our implementation was correct. Verification succeeded. The target attribute should be added to the A node. The target attribute value should be set to blank. That's exactly what we did. Back to the tasks list and open the next one, relative links. Download, open details, and let's read. There's a single link in the index.html. It should redirect the user to list.html in the courses folder. Don't change the anchor text for this link. Then add one more link. Its anchor text should be tags list. It should redirect the user to list.html file in text folder. Ooh, that's a lot of information. Let's check what we have right now. We have just something. Let's run it. Courses list, not really clickable, doesn't do anything. So let's go step by step. There's a single link in index.html. It should redirect the user to list.html. Let's quickly read this theory about the relative links. HTML file paths. Okay, picture JPG file is located in the folder one level up from the current folder. Here we have one level up plus one level down. So from index.html, tags is one level up, and then the list file is one level down. So it should be something like src equals ... /courses /list HTML. Let's check if it works. Run solution, courses list. No, nothing happens. Still not clickable. It looks like we did something wrong. Let's reread the theory. Okay, nothing was wrong here. It is just my mistake. There should be a single dot because actually this courses folder is it's on the same level as the index.html file. It's just this list thing that's inside. Now let's run the solution. And wow, nothing changed again. I expected this to become a link that I can click it. Oh, of course, because I said SRC, and SRC is for images. So here I need to say href. Run the solution once again, and now it turned to a link. I click it, I can go back, I click it, I can go back. So let's check what else we need to do in this task. Then add one more link. Its anchor tags should be tags list. Okay, so let's just copy and paste this one, copy, and say tags list. So here it'll be tags list HTML. Run solution, tags list, courses. We're navigating between local files. Submit solution for verification. Verification succeeded. All good. Moving on. Terms is our next task. Let's download it, open details, and check out the description. We have already added definitions to our reference book using DD tags. Oh, we have not added anything. That's weird. You just have to add terms for each of them. Terms are the names of the most common web technologies. You need to figure them out on your own. Do not change the order of definitions. Looks weird, so let's go back to the tasks list, and maybe let's download other tasks. Marker. It looks like this previous task was misplaced. So marker. The list items are marked with filled circles. Let's change them to empty circles. Go to index.html and JS, HTML, CSS. Run the solution, see filled circles, and we need to change it to empty circles. No idea how to do this. And as usual, when we have no idea about something, we go and read the theory. HTML unordered list. We read the theory until we get this unordered HTML list, choose list item marker. It looks like we need to just add this list style type with the value circle to set the list item marker to a circle. Let's try it. Index.html, see the UL, and in it we'll say type equals circle. Let's run the solution and verify that the marker has changed from the filled circle to an empty circle. Great. Submit it. Oh, oops. What's happened? Okay, submit solution. Verification succeeded. So let's move on. Open tasks list. And let's go to the next one, ordered list. Download, open details, ordered list. Change the list to make sure that there's a number next to each list element. Don't forget to delete wrong attributes. Open index.html, verify that we have an unordered list UL with the type square. Let's run the solution to see that we have an unordered list with squares. And now let's change it. So unordered list is UL, ordered list is OL for ordered list. We don't need type square here because it's an ordered list. So it just displays numbers. Now it says 1 JS, 2 HTML, 3 CSS. Close it, submit solution, and get the verification results in a second. Verification succeeded. There should be no UL tags in index.html. We did it. No UL now, only OL. There should be a single ordered list in index.html. Good as well. The ordered list should not have the type attribute. Fine. Next. How many tasks we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've already done 12 tasks. Okay, bug fix. Download this one, open details, and let's read the description. Someone has worked on your list and introduced some bugs, and it shows letters instead of numbers, and their order seems to be reversed. Make numbering with Roman numerals in the correct order as well from 1 to 3. As usual, open index.html, check out what we have here. OL reversed, type A, fine. Run it, see indeed that it's weird ordering CBA instead of 1 to 3, or instead of those Roman numerals that we want to have. Open the useful links about HTML ordered list, and let's try to find something useful about Roman numerals. I for uppercase Roman numerals. Okay, close it, go to index.html, reversed, we'll delete it because it will be probably in the reverse order, and say type, run solution, and see that now we have 1, 2, 3. Submit solution for verification. Verification succeeded, and so we're moving on to the next one. It looks like all the other tasks are about tables. Oh, this one title is not about tables. It's about HTML document title. Let's download it, open details, and we'll see. Let's update the HTML document title. It should become my first website. Title, Coder Slang Become a Software Engineer should be updated to something. No, let's run it first. And unfortunately, once again, my very cool browser doesn't display the title. If I were to use a different browser, then it would have displayed the website title here. Oh yeah, actually it displays it. It says Coder Slang Become Software Engineer. And if we change it right now, we change it here to my first website. It should be immediately noticeable. Yes, my first website is the website title right now. Great. Close this one, submit solution. Verification succeeded, and let us move on. For these tasks, I will do something different. I will, no, I didn't want to do that. I want to download everything. Download, and then open them. Let's start with caption, because there isn't any fixed order to solve those tasks. If you're sure you can handle this one, by all means, go ahead and do this. Add caption to the table in index.html. Its content should be courses list caption. Okay, so there's a table, and let's run it to verify. There's our table, course name, duration, lectures. So I open theory, and I check out how to add caption to the table. So table tag, and then just underneath it, I can add caption. Great, that's what we'll do. Index.html, table, and right underneath it, caption that will say courses list. Run solution. Here's our caption. So it looks good. Submit it and get the successful verification result. So I can open the task list and move on to the next task. The next task would be row span. Open details and check out the description. In index.html, there is a table with 2 rows. First cell of the first row should be stretched to the second row too. You can do it by adding a row span attribute to that cell. Its value should be equal to the number of rows this cell should combine. As usual, go to index.html, check out the code, analyze it, read into it, try to understand what this all means. Go back to test.csx, check out the useful links if you need, run the solution, see what we have here. And now let's try to fix what needs to be fixed. So this TD needs to have a row span equal to 2 because it needs to combine 2. Rerun the solution. We see that, something has changed exactly as we want it. And now we submit the solution to verify it. Verification succeeded. A bunch of good things we did in this task. So let's open task list and let's move on. Header row, open details, and let's check. There's a first column header and it must remain first. Add 2 more columns to the header row: duration, months, and lectures. Use th tag for each column. Let's go to index.html, check out the code, run it, see that there's just course name in bold. So we'll add 2 more ths here. 1 th, and another th. The first one will say duration, months. The second one will be lectures. Run it. See that we have 3 headers right now. And this means that it's time to submit the solution. Verification has succeeded. Bunch of things we did well as well. So go back to the tasks list and let's solve the remaining 3 tasks. Moving on to the data row task. Time to fill table with data. The second row to the table below, add second row to the table below the existing one. Add 3 TD cells to the second row. Set first cell content to JS, second to 3, third to 25. 3 TD cells to the second row. Okay, but actually, let's verify, let's run as usual. It looks like we're continuing what we had in the previous task. So now let's add 3 TD cells to the second row. JS, 3, and 25. Second row. So we need to add the second row, TR, and here we'll have TD. First one is JS. Second one is 3. The third one is 25. Let's rerun it. Course name is JS. Duration is 3. Lecture is 25. Looks good. Submit. And verification succeeded. There should be only 1 table element in the document. True. The table should only have 2 rows. True. First row should have 3 nested TH cells. Good. Second row should have 3 nested TD cells. Good. Content in the first cell of the second row should be JS. Content in the second cell of the second row should be 3. And content in the third cell of the second row should be 25. Good as well. Yeah, let's actually try to break something. Let's add a third row. Let's say CSS here. Maybe HTML. Let's have 2 and 20 here. Let's submit the solution to check which ones will break. Okay, 1 broke. The table should have only 2 rows. I'll remove the third row and I'll resubmit the solution. To get the successful verification, open the tasks list and go to the terms. So, this is a weird task. Let's check out index.html. So there's some definition list. Let's see how it looks. It looks like a list. You just have to add terms for each of them. Terms are the names of the most common web technologies, probably JS and HTML. You need to figure them out on your own. Do not change the order of definitions. Okay, to figure them out on our own. Let's say DT, which is the definition, and it will be JavaScript for the first one, and for the second one, it will be DT HTML. Run the code. Okay, something changed. Looks good. Submit it. We haven't passed verification because the first term should be JS and not JavaScript. It's the same thing, but it's important to have everything right. Every character should be right. So fix it, resubmit the solution, and verification succeeded. Open tasks list for our last task. Total. Open details, and it says, at the end of the table, add 1 more row. It will be our final row, and it should have 2 columns. First column will be the unit of 2 horizontal cells, and its content should be total lectures. Second column will be the total amount of lectures, and its content should be 37. Our final row with 2 columns. go to index.html and add our final row tr with 2 columns. One, and this one says total, this one says 37. And go to the task, run the solution and see, okay, something feels off here because this duration months doesn't feel like this 37 should be in this column, it should be in lectures, right? So let us fix it. I'm going to index.html and I'm adding the col span attribute equal to 2 to this total cell. Now it will be expanded to the first 2 columns. And now it looks good. So the total is 37 for lectures for JavaScript and HTML combined. Open the tasks list and, oh, it still says the total is available. Of course, because we have not submitted the solution. Let's submit it for verification. And it was our final task, but the verification has failed. Content in the first cell of the 4th row should be total lectures. Yes, it should not be just total, it should be total lectures. Fixed, run it, verify it, submit it, wait a little, and now the verification succeeded. So we can open the tasks list, check that there is nothing available at this point. So we can just look at this done list and enjoy all the tasks we have done in this short HTML tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one, and let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. Looking forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.